Hey there, it's Pete C for Sample Live Review, and today I'm checking out Mobilis by the Very Loud Indeed company. Mobilis downloads at just under 1GB, and there are 728 sound files at 24-bit 48kHz resolution. There are 364 loops and 364 single hits. There is one single NKI instrument with effects, filters and EQ controls. Mobilis requires the full version of Native Instruments Kontakt 6.5.2 or higher, and normally sells for $79. And here we have Mobilis. It's a really sleek looking GUI, and you can see instantly right down the bottom there are key switches to change the banks of different loops, and there are blue keys for the sounds. So let's hear some of the sounds. So straight out the box, these loops are incredibly usable. So if I start down the bottom, towards the left of the blue keys, you have more of your bass loops. And these progressively go more towards the higher range of percussion as you go up. So they're like mid-toms. Now we're towards the higher part. And it's really cool. It's designed for 61 key keyboards, and I'm using a 61 complete control, so it's all lit up and really, really straightforward to use. Now, these are all tempo synced to your DAW, and they're really responsive to how hard you obviously play the keys. So for velocity, if I want to be really soft, I'll use this bass because it's got a really prominent start. I was too soft there. So I've hit that really, really softly. When I've played the same one but harder. You get the full volume, and we can go in the middle. There we go. So it's incredibly responsive, which is, yeah, really, really great, especially when we build up gradients of sound. So I can hear the difference there. I'm playing sort of 3 loops really quietly and then something a bit louder, just see the contrast. Now all of these loops are stackable, so you can hit whatever you want. And as I said, they are tempo synced to your DAW, so when you play them in, you will want to hard quantize them. And just then, I actually played an extra loop and it wasn't quite in time, so it sounded dodgy. Let's just go for some at the same time. Okay, so they all stacked, they sound beautifully in time, and the thing that really hits me straight away is the sampling is really, really clean. There's no reverb going on, and these just sound like great out the box. And they're all completely production ready. And having spent quite a bit of time with Mobilis, one thing I like to do is just double check if I've got my DAW at 0 dB, nothing peaks, nothing goes red, and nothing does. Like, it does hit you being quite loud when it needs to be. But nothing ever goes over the top. So it's really, really well balanced in terms of volume. Now, if we look at the GUI, I think it looks really, really classy. Absolutely love it. And it's so simple to use. And I'm a huge fan of instruments that are maybe 1 or 2 pages. The mod wheel, as I move my mouse over, you can see if it's in the minimum state, you get loops. But if you put it in its maximum state, you get single hits. So you can use these as playable instruments and create your own sort of rhythms. And yeah, it just sounds really, really cool. And again, everything is velocity based as well. So I do like playing in my own rhythms, and I like messing around the velocity and doing volume curves, etc. And it's, yeah, really, really straightforward to do. Very, very simple rhythm there. Now, if you don't want the velocity filters to work and you want everything just to play, you can turn off the velocity filters. So let's just find a loop I've not played. So it's a cool feature to have just for make sure everything's like, you know, constantly where you want it to be in terms of volume. And then simply you've got some reverb, which I believe is like a hall reverb. So that's dry. Pretty cavernous. And then you have a delay as well. So you can hear that delay contrasting. And the whole idea behind Mobilis is if you make a lot of production music especially, and you have to do like tension music, reality TV stuff, and obviously cinematic scoring, it's really, really quick and easy to throw into your productions. And with the option of playing single notes or single hits, you know, it's ready to go. I'd throw that into a trailer in a heartbeat, absolutely no problem. There's a nice sub. And like I say, all the sampling sounds great. There's no harsh frequencies. I don't really feel the need to EQ, you know, like any severe low end out. Just, yeah, all sounds great. So if I bring that down, and then we have the filters as well. So high pass filter is obviously set to off. Let's play rhythm. Yeah, the low pass filter. So if you want to make some even bigger subs, let's turn the reverb. find that sweet spot. There we go. And then finally we have the EQ. So there's a frequency and the cut and the boost. So we cut it and then we're gonna boost. There we go. Okay, so really basic, but pretty much all you need controls. Now, obviously we all have our favourite reverbs and delays, so feel free to use those, but they're really handy just to have on. I do really like this reverb. Still maintains the clarity, but just has that really cool atmospheric effect. Now, the next part are these banks on the left-hand side. So if I want to go to the next lot of loops, I hit the next key switch, which is C#1. It says the start of a crime cue, if I've ever heard one. Let's go bring the reverb down. Got quite a lot going on. I'm going to leave a little bit on though. Okay, so I messed it up on the fourth one. But yeah, you can really build these intense rhythms. And there's so much to play with. So if you need, let's say, something from bank 3, let's explore bank 3. And then you want to combine it with something from bank 1, you just key switch between and it just instantly works. Or you can just create a different instrument track for each different bank or whatever you want to do. But yeah, there are loads to choose from. Yeah, my sense of timing is really off tonight. So let's go up to bank 3. Sounds cool. Absolutely love these stereo effects sort of bouncing around in my ears. That's an effect, especially when I make tension music or this, like say, reality TV stuff. I've always got to automate that myself using a plugin, and it's so cool that you have that sort of like surround sound. It just adds so much width to the percussion. And straight away, that's inspiring. You know, add some sort of moody, palm muted guitars and some pianos, and you got yourself a crime cue there. Just really does sound brilliant. And that's going into cybercrime territory. proper hybrid tones there. Let's go a bit higher. And let's look at the next bank. Start low again. Brilliant. All right, let's go to the top. Let's go top and bottom. Yeah, it sounds brilliant. F1. Bank 6. Cool, let's just get some random rhythms on top. Yeah, all of these are so usable, and sometimes when you get these sort of like compendium of drums or percussion, some of it just you can't imagine fitting it into a production. But there's nothing I've heard in Mobilis that I wouldn't use, which is 364 different loops. Now that's one really good package for $59. And there's always the argument, if you use loops, then you don't have as much control. But like I say, you got all the control you need if you want to program your own rhythms. Yeah, really cool. Like if you want to do drum fills on top of these rhythms, you can do that really, really easily. It's just a very straightforward, does exactly what it says it's going to instrument, but it does it so incredibly well. Last one are triplets. Only one bank of triplets, which that's absolutely fine. So there's still plenty to work with. I'm on the single hit. Let's go again. Those triplets really, really work. Now, I keep saying this is a really good instrument, and the reason I'm saying this, after several years of making production music, these are the kind of loops that you absolutely kill for. Like, you have probably your go-to instruments, and you use them to the point where you're probably reusing the same content. And having something like Mobilis come along, which will really expand your palette, and it will keep you going probably for years. Different combinations of each of these loops, yeah, it's going to last a very, very long time. And then having the single playable hits is really, really useful. But if you're used to like making albums of this, like say either crime, investigative music, underscore, something ominous, easily you can use this stuff in trailers. I'm on loops again, but I'd use these hits, absolutely no problem. There's so many applications you can have for Mobilis, and it's such a time saver. More often than not, you have to create this music really, really quickly, and you want it to sound pristine, and these are just ready to go straight out the box. I mean, the clarity, as he says, well, putting loads of reverb on. Let's turn that off. You just don't need to spend time tweaking that. It's right there. It's ready to go out the box. So for me, Mobilis, my final thoughts. As a working composer, it's an absolute godsend. It's a time saver, it sounds great, and there's loads of different applications. You don't have to mess around with loads of different instruments. It's easy to set up. You can learn this instrument in about 30 seconds. Very, very visual, and it just clicks and works together. As long as you hard quantize the loops, everything runs into each other seamlessly, and it's a really, really useful instrument to have in your toolkit. Do I recommend it? Without a shadow of a doubt. It's really, really worth picking up. Check out the demos on the Very Loud website, and while you're at it, I really recommend check out the Omnisphere and the Zebra packs, and I reviewed the Niphomian one as well, and it's just sound design with so much character, and I've actually used those sound sets a lot on production music, and yeah, really blown away. But Mobilis is a great first Kontakt instrument, so I'm a very, very happy reviewer. Thank you so much for checking out this review of Mobilis by the Very Loud Indeed company. If you like what you heard, feel free to leave us a like on the video and drop us a comment letting us know what you like about the instrument and how you would use it. Once you've done that, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our other videos, and then head out to samplibreview.com to see what is going on in the world of virtual instruments. Until next time, have a great day, and I'm sure we will speak soon.